Why, good day, gentlemen, men, and little boys, and welcome back to another episode of Jurassic World, the game. One of the coolest games out there, top 5 games of all time for absolute sure in the history of humanity. Because it's about dinosaurs, and it's about freaking making a theme park with dinosaurs. What more could you want? That's like if I could pick my dream career, that's what it would be. It's just that certain restrictions keep me from doing that. Anyways, guys, welcome back to another episode. In today's episode, we have, I don't even know what we're going to do. I think we're just going to do some events because I'm planning to record a couple episodes today, and that means I have room to do whatever the flip I want right now. And right now, it is like 30 minutes before all the events of yesterday end. So I think I might as well just go ahead and finish all those events today and see how many of those I could do, maybe even all of them, just so we can start working on the decks a little bit. I call it, they're not the decks, I just love that word because Bonnie started using that. You know, this thing, the Clash of Titans, whatever it is that we need to do, you know how it is, all that Jurassic World game show biz. So we're gonna take a stab at that and see how it is. Am I recording? Wait, let me see. Okay, yeah, we do have the little orange dot in the corner. You guys can't see it, but I can. Right. No, I think you can see it. I don't freaking know. I'll put it up in editing whether you can see it or not. Right. So that looks good. We have things evolving, things processing, things hatching. That's always a good feeling. So we're gonna stick that all in there. And then I forgot to put a super rare in here. Let me do that real quick. Let me check this first and see what super rare. Okay, it looks like it doesn't really matter, so I'm just gonna stick somebody in here. How about you, Yoplo? Right. Okay. So what can we do? Obviously, we can't do the tournament. That would be stupid. We can't do the new Challenger event. Okay, these are all the Carnivore Carnage events. I don't really care about those right now. Here, Third Day Tour, that's always there. The Aquatic event and the More Teeth event seem to be the main ones. So I think we could probably roll through those real quick if we tried to. So the aquatic event, how many? This is 3 battles still, so we have to save our creatures, kind of. Okay, that's fine. What is the reward for this? Is it okay? It's okay, I'll do it. How much does this cost, though? That costs 7 million. Okay. Frick. Okay, then we can't do both of them, right? This one is clearly less expensive, the aquatic wave, but I think we'll need about 23 million coin in total, so we're really close. Can we do anything for coin? This is the one time I wish this was coin. Why are we running out of coin? I think it's because all these events are so bloody expensive. Somebody give me coin. Oh, okay, my bad, gang. You won't believe it, but Bonnie Gaming from the famous channel Bonnie Gaming just called me, and it was terrible timing, so I hung up on him just now because we have more important stuff to do than talk to. Come on, we got more important stuff to do than that. I think I might just trade a legendary for some coin, low-key. Please don't be like 3 coin. Please be. Well, hello there, and unfortunately, it looks like because my recording crashed just now, my video didn't come through, or at least the video part came through, but the audio part didn't come through, so yeah, unfortunately, because my recording crashed, this is all I have left. So I basically was talking to myself for like, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, which, I mean, I guess that's what this job is, isn't it? But like, yeah, I that's never going to be seen by the day of light again, but oh well, that's okay. We pick up, we move on, and that's what we're doing here today. So I think this episode, it's been like 2 days since I've recorded it, and I've made videos since then. So this is actually, I think, the second video I made after I came back. But again, it got pushed back. I was like, I didn't really have time to record. I only had time to edit, and obviously for this to do the voiceover, I wasn't just gonna delete the rest of the footage. What was the point? You know, we might as well turn it into a little bit of a video. I thought it was a fun video. We did some cool events. We did the wave battle for the aquatic stuff. I probably mentioned this in the intro already. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not going to double check and find out. But yeah, I think we did the aquatic wave, and then there was some other event that was there too. So nothing's too crazy in terms of the events, but we did do a lot of them. So it was just a nice way to like you zone back into the game. And I think since then, since I've came back, I've actually done every event so far that they've released. So I've been pretty good on top of the events, you know, been doing those events and my missions and everything. So that's really good. It's nice to see that I'm actually doing those because that's a good way to see if I'm like really back, if I'm really starting to get back into things, is to see if I'm doing the events. And yeah, I have been doing the events. And this was one of the first few that I did when I came back. So it was very exciting. yeah, and whenever it comes to these voiceover things, it's like, and this is not the first time I've ever done this, and it always ends up being like, I try to talk about what I'm doing. Like, normally, in my recording, I'm really focused, or as focused as I can be, And a lot of times I'm like, ooh, what should we do? What's our strategy? What are we doing here in the battle? But then whenever I do this voice recording, because I'm not doing it in person, just because this all happened in the past already, I'm sort of get a little bit distracted sometimes, and I'm just like yapping for no reason. So I'm gonna try to stay a little bit focused, but if I do start to go on a rant, oh well. Again, this is the Jurassic Insider podcast. It's always been like this way ever since day one, and you guys seem to come back and watch it, so that's awesome. But thank you for the very warm and welcome return since I've come back. This isn't like the most explosive time of my channel ever, The last couple of months, there hasn't been any crazy content because I haven't posted any crazy content. So, of course, there hasn't been an explosive reaction, of course, but we got to slowly build our way back up there and get new members to be part of the Jurassic Insider community. And whenever that happens, just always just lovely. So we're just waiting for that, to recruit more members. Right now, it's kind of just the same pool of people. But if you are new to the channel, welcome on. I hope you're having a good day. We like to have a good bit of fun here, and that's what we're doing right here. I had a good streak of battles here, honestly. I was really excited because this was one of the first aquatic battles I did when I got back. Still trying to, when it comes to these events, I do tend to go overkill, With the Jurassic events, I'm always like, ooh, how do I make it so that I can use the least amount of good creatures as possible? Because, of course, there's so many Jurassic events in a day, so many battles you got to use. But whenever it comes to aquatic instead of zoic, because there's usually only one of these events per day at most, I'm usually like, it's okay, I can try to go a little bit more overkill, and that's what happened here. I mean, look at these VIPs. Actually, you know what? I think the weird thing about this one, if I'm not mistaken, which I'm pretty sure because I just rewatched the intro, is that I think I did this back whenever, I think this was done in the morning. Like, I recorded this in the early morning right before the events clocked over. So if I'm not mistaken, I think I actually lost this battle, spoiler alert, and I don't think I did the aquatic wave event because I didn't have enough time. I think that's what it was. I have to check the timestamps again. So yeah, I think I was actually rushing. I think that's why I was a little bit disappointed when this recording didn't come through, because it was actually very fun, because it was like I was really crunching against time, trying to do all of this as quick as possible, and we did do one of the events fully. We did complete it, but I'm not sure which one exactly. If I'm not mistaken, it was like the More Teeth event or something like that. I don't know. I remember it being pretty decent. We got something out of it, so we'll just have to see. But I do know we lost this because it was weirdly kind of difficult. I was facing a couple level 10 and level 20 VIPs, as you can see here, and that's just no fun, And I did put in, I guess, a couple level 20 VIPs, but I definitely did underestimate how strong they'd be. And wave battles also just take forever, and there was 3 of them you had to complete in order to even finish the event and get some mediocre prize. So there's no point. I mean, I have seen a lot of complaining about the ways events have been, and I kind of like to use the excuse, like, it's always kind of been like this. It's always been like you have to put in a ton of effort just for some creatures, just for some mediocre prize. But I definitely kind of agree. Events like this where you have to do 3 wave battles in like a row, like, that's pretty intense. That's probably something that will take you like 30-40 minutes if you're just doing it casually, usually how I am when I do battles on or off camera. And that's just a lot of time, dude, to spend on one little thing. It's like you want to do it just to go ahead and do it, Most of the time with these events, it's like, yeah, you're not going to get anything amazing, but why not? It's about building up the little stuff, the small bits of resources, especially things like bucks and even DNA to extend, where you can't get them in big chunky piles, or at least not often. So there we go, we lost. So there isn't like a super easy way to do stuff like that, but you still do it anyways because it doesn't really cost that much. You can just do it, finish an event in 5 to 10 minutes, all 3 battles. But then now it's like some of these events definitely do take a little bit longer. So I see where people come from. I don't mind too much because, again, it's part of playing the game. If you don't like the battle system, then you probably won't like the game at all. And it could just be a sign that you got a little bit burnt out and a little bit tired of the way battles work in this game. And that's totally fair. I've been there as well. But usually after a little while, I kind of get over it and still enjoy it. Because I do love battling in this game. I think they do a good job at making it a little bit more innovative and stuff. And, generally try. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is a carnivore-only event. I wasn't really paying attention. Again, I tend to yap off in these videos and just look elsewhere and not pay attention at all whenever I'm doing voiceovers. But, yeah, I am curious to see. What are your guys' thoughts, though? Do you think events just take too long? I think tournaments are really where my pet peeve. Tournaments really have been my pet peeve, haven't they? I feel like that's what I complain about the most on this channel because they're just excruciating and they take so freaking long. I think I got some comment from some, I don't even know what that channel is. Probably not Jurassic World game related at all. But I do genuinely think that tournaments have really tired me out recently, and I think I've noticed a pattern where I'll come back to record a couple episodes, and usually the thing that kills it for me is after I do one big tournament. That's what happened last time. I did the Pteranodon 2 turn. Oh my god. There we go. I'm great at talking. Okay. After I did the Pteranodon Gen 2 tournament, I was like, yay, I got it. And then after that, guess what? I didn't record another episode, and I don't think that's a coincidence. I just think they're just so long and just so monotonous. You can't skip over the cutscenes or anything like that. They just take forever, man. And it's going to be exciting for a little bit, but only so much after 10 years. And that's why I completely respect people who can do tournaments for creatures they've already gotten just because they had that time or they had that energy. And maybe time, if I had the time, I would still maybe consider doing stuff like that. But otherwise, I just can't, man. I can't imagine a world where I just did tournaments for creatures I already had unless I really had like a continuous streak of tournaments where I already owned the creature, you know? Because it's like all you get out of it is another version of the creature, some bucks, which I guess is worth it. It's just like, I mean, tournaments aren't events where they take at max 30 minutes. It's like, these take forever. It's like 2 to 3 hours sometimes. It's ruthless. But I guess tournaments have gotten better since I basically can complete a 1.5k tournament without running out of creatures very easily. I usually have a lot of creatures left, actually. I'm interested to see if I can do that with a 2.5k tournament. Probably not. I'd say I'd probably have to. I can't do it all in one time, which also doing it all in one time is pretty exhausting. But, I mean, hey, we are no stranger to doing that on this channel before. If you remember back to the dreaded Anarognathus tournament, dear God, that was insane. I think we did that in, what, like 8 hours? I did not sleep that night, and I had school the next day, which is just bloody awesome. But that was also because I couldn't get VIP until the offer popped back up, and then I was waiting for that, and I was like, okay, it's about time that you show up, and then it just continued to not show up, and then finally it did at the very last second, and I was like, oh, thank God, because it was getting a little close there. I've also came to the realization that I will not be unlocking Giganotosaurus Gen 2, unfortunately, and getting that free Scorpius Rex, because I came too late. The mission says to collect 100 card packs, which is possible if I just keep watching ads and keep doing every single event. But I think I'd have to log into the game like every 6 hours or whatever the time is for that. And I just don't know if I can do that. I'm going to be totally honest. I'm just like, I don't know. I think I'm going to forget a few periods, and then like what's the point of getting to like 95 packs at max or 90 packs, you know? And then it's like that you don't get any like halfway prize or anything. You either make it or you don't. So I don't think that's going to happen. And the other one's like do 25 Carnivore Carnage events, which yeah, that's just not going to happen, I think. So, oh well, maybe I'll do the Clash of Titans, but I don't feel too guilty because, again, I wasn't here for most of this month. I call it a month, but it's August 10th right now, so it's not really, it's more like, I don't know, I don't even know how it works. I don't know why they don't just make it like one solid month, instead it like crosses over. They do the same thing with the season pass as well. It's like, why can't Carnivore Carnage just be June, or just be July, or just be August? Why does it have to like, why is it just a random 30 days, you know, from like July 10th to August 10th? That's so weird. I don't know why they do it that way, but oh well. The game has a crazy mind of its own. Maybe that's just how Canadians work. Does Canadians have a different calendar? I would assume not. I'm pretty sure it would probably be the same way, but oh well. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe this was what we were missing the entire time. It's because of the Canadians. Because Lydia is Canadian, right? I think so. If I remember correctly, me doing 399 damage there just saved me a little bit of time, because I'm pretty sure I could kill the Spinosuchus in 2 hits with Pteranodon. I don't know. I remember something about this being like helpful, that I attacked it a little bit with the Compy. Or maybe that was a different battle. I don't even know. Resource-wise, though, we're kind of slowly climbing back up, especially with food, because I lost a bunch of food when we did the Tupondactylus crap, which I've tried to ignore in my brain, but we've done it. And I guess at this point we better do the Caprodactylus and make it, because it feels like a missed opportunity. But again, like now it's like, is this really a good time? Because I don't have any bucks. I'm trying to save a little bit of DNA. I'm not too worried about DNA because I still have over 500,000, which isn't like amazing. It's not that great, but I'm okay with it. It at least doesn't make me feel financially insecure, which is the best thing I could ask for right now. I just want to be safe in these dark, difficult, inflation-heavy times. You know how the games economy is right now. It's not in its best state. And then bucks are obviously still terrible. I have less than 10,000 bucks, which I haven't had since like 2022, to be honest. So it's been a while. It's been many, many years since I've seen my bucks that low, and it wasn't even really for a worthy cause. I do think we could get so many more if we just open up some loyalty packs, but I don't want to. Because yes, I can open up 20 packs right now. That is true. But I don't just want to open up 20 packs. I want the offer to come by. You can open, 15 packs with 93,000 loyalty points. That is a steal. That is so good. But I haven't seen it in so long, and I don't know if they removed it because I haven't seen it since Ludia came back in and Jam City was... I don't even know what happened there. Did Jam City just... all the executives from Jam City just say, oh, you can have your company back? Or did they buy their company? I don't know. I really don't know because Jam City bought them, so did they just sell them? Like, you could buy their rights back? I don't know how any of this works, obviously, but clearly. But I don't know, man. That's pretty weird right now that I think about it. Why did Ludia just come back? Maybe somebody more informed about it can tell me in the comments, but oh well. This battle took so long. I'm surprised, actually. I'm surprised we even managed to do this, because I remember only having 30 minutes left, and this video recording is about 30 minutes, so I guess we just finished it in the nick of time. Plus, you can enter that last battle as long as you enter it, and before the timer runs out, then you can do the battle even after the event is technically over, which is, for me, at 9 o'clock, because I live on the eastern coast of the United States of America. And I just got the good morning or the good afternoon text from Mango, because for him it's like almost evening now, but for me it is like 2 o'clock, so that's awesome. It looks really cool. We haven't had a Jurassic Trio collab in a while. I actually have to talk to the guys about that. I think the last time we played some Roblox game, but that was over like 3 or 4 months ago at this point. But of course then we had Shattered SMP, which we kind of don't even talk about anymore just because it was something that we had so much fun with, but then of course got shut down by the 2-week Minecraft phase, which actually lasted about 2 months for us. So it was, I guess, compared to other Minecraft SMPs, very successful. If you know Minecraft SMPs, you know that they don't last very long if you don't have people who are committed, but we thankfully did. But even then, there seemed to have been an expiration date. So we would like to come for a resurgence. I'm personally more leaning towards the side if I want a resurgence rather than a whole nother season, because I think just making it a new season, just restarting, kind of leads to you just ignoring the issues that happened with that first season, and then really, I don't know, it just feels like you're abandoning your post and abandoning the problems of the first season. So I don't know how many of you guys are really interested on that side. I try to connect it to this, to, you know, the Jurassic Insider landscape, but I posted it on my Minecraft channel because I want it to be independent. I don't want to, you know, shove Minecraft content down you guys, like with you guys, and have that, you know, again, that's part of the reason why I did so little Jurassic World, a game, like the last 4 months, 5 months even, is because I was busy with that, and it just took so much time and dedication, and I do think it was worth it for the fun that we had for 2 months there. It was incredibly fun, but again, all good things have to come to an end, and that's what happened. But again, I'd love to try it, but it was just a combination of factors that happened to it. And if you don't really care about Shattered, that's totally fine. Not a lot of people really came over, but the people who did, I really appreciate them. Just to name a few, I know Epic Rift spent a lot of time over there, and that was really awesome. I saw on Bonnie's stream so much. It was a lot of fun. It was a fun era, and I would love to bring it back because it's an amazing game, and we have an amazing community of members who joined. But unfortunately, it was not meant to pan out in the end, and that is okay. Again, I don't want it to be a huge part. I never wanted it to be a huge part of Jurassic Insider, but then, of course, uploads here has ended up slowing down, and that's part of the reason why, and that's okay, you know? You can't do everything in life, and that's something I've learned. I used to try to balance 3 different YouTube channels at one point. That's right, I had a Minecraft channel, a Jurassic Park channel, and a Lego channel, and I tried to make videos for everything, like including make 1 Jurassic Insider video a day, which is something I don't even do now that I focus on only Jurassic Insider. And it's because I had that drive and a lot more time specifically then, because it was like the summer of 2022, summer of 2023, times where I had time, where I don't quite have that anymore. And I would say I still have a similar amount of drive, and it's not really about drive, it's more about like direct, deep passion. But I think all three of my big three hobbies have not been in their best state recently, just because, I don't know, I guess it's just kind of unfortunate that all of them kind of overlapped. I guess Jurassic Park, you could argue, is in a pretty good state, but I'm really just excited for Jurassic Park Survival. That's when I'll be happy, to be honest. Jurassic Park Survival, Jurassic World Evolution 3, give me all of that. I'll eat it up. I'd love to record it for the channel. Hopefully by then I will have a PC. I will probably. I would find it very surprising if I didn't, because I'd love to do Let's Plays. That would be like the big thing, to do. And I can't wait for that, honestly. Even if these games don't come out until like late 2026, even 2027. I'm sure Jurassic World Evolution 3, I haven't checked it out too much, but I'm pretty certain it's going to come out next year, because why would they release the trailer this year if they weren't going to release it next year, Why would it say like releasing 2029 or something like that? That'd be a little ridiculous, I think, but maybe I'm wrong, Once again, let me know. Because I have tried to do Jurassic World Evolution on the channel many times through live streams. I've tried to do a Let's Play, but it doesn't work because I don't have the right equipment. And you guys don't understand. When I say I don't have the right equipment, I mean I have like bootleg equipment. I don't have a mic yet. I'm using my $25 Apple headphones from like 5 years ago just to make sure the audio isn't absolutely downright horrible and just kind of abysmally mediocre. But you know what? We make the most of what we can. And of course, I bought a MacBook too, which is like the one type of laptop where you can't use Steam or anything like that. I should have got Windows realistically, but it was a purchase for school. Like, it wasn't something that I personally was like super keen on. But I'm kind of glad I did it, even though they are hilariously overpriced and not the best. I mean, mine particularly, I've only had it for like 1.5 years, and it is already starting to slow down a lot, which is very unfortunate, because I'm going to probably have to use this all throughout college, and eventually it will probably give out on me, but we'll just wait for that day. I'd love to get a PC, though, and I might try to get one for my birthday. We'll see, though. It's just very expensive, so I don't know, but yeah, I think I've missed out on a lot of PC stuff, so it was more teeth. Come on, see, I know what I'm talking about. I remember stuff. Okay, Jurassic World, the Game Pro here, and of course we got garbage. Was that worth it? Hell no, but we got a Spinosaurus. Somebody take me through this island. I can't control myself. But what if you can see the dark side of me? Am I spitting bars? This is fire. This is going to go in Bonnie's freaking out of context compilation. I already know it, If he ever watches this video, which he might, I'm actually glad, because he is one of the people who does watch or try to watch all my new uploads, but it takes him a little while to get to it, so likely he won't even see this for a while. So drop a comment when you do see this, Bonnie, because you're lovely and awesome, amazing, and my BFF, my good buddy. And he's working on some awesome projects right now as well. He just made a 1-hour analysis on a secret movie that I'm not going to drop yet. By the time I make this video, it will probably be out already, but I don't want to. I want to be on the safe side, just in case he doesn't want it to be a big thing or anything. But he is doing an exciting project that I'm honestly been waiting for a while now. So that's pretty awesome and everything. So yeah, me and Bonnie have been doing stuff, and hopefully I can do Jurassic World, the game, awesome content, and you guys will enjoy it, because I enjoy doing it. What am I looking at here? Again, this is the part of the video where I'm kind of just scrolling around, so it's less about the events. So I don't really know what to talk about, because I don't remember what I was talking about. Like, how do you guess what I was talking about here? I could have been talking about anything. I could have been completely off topic. I could have been completely off topic. What? That is such a hard word to say. Oh my god, I could have been completely off topic. Who knows? And actually, now that I look at the timestamp, I think we're pretty close to the end of the episode here. So that's about it. Pretty interesting episode here. And unfortunate that everything got fucked up. But hey, we got new events and other cool stuff to check out. So I will see you all. This is Jurassic Insider, signing out.